Congratulations! You have just received your personalized UltraVoice Plus speaking system. The purpose of this video is to help you get started using your new voice. Let's start by making sure that you have all of the parts you will need. When you open the box, you will find company literature and instructions packed in with the unit. For now, you can put the material aside and just watch this video. Later, that material can be reviewed at your convenience. In the box, you will find the components which make up the system. The oral unit comes packed inside a pink denture box, which has your name on it. You may have either a full upper denture, a partial denture, or a dental retainer, depending on your need. You should recognize this item since it was custom fitted for your mouth and you are the only person it will fit. Your denture has been shipped under power with a 9-volt battery attached. The purpose of this battery is to prevent the denture from becoming discharged during shipment. The wires which connect the oral unit to the battery have small prongs on them which fit into small receptacles in the oral unit. The charger plug will fit into the same receptacles which were used to connect the battery wires. This battery can now be disconnected and discarded. The wiring harness should be returned to us with the customer receipt in the envelope provided. Let's take a look at the charger and see how these first two components fit together. The charger will plug into any 120-volt household receptacle and can remain plugged in without risk of damage. The white circular area of the charger is the resting place for your denture while it is being charged. The black spiral cord is the source of power for charging the oral unit. The end of this black cord is fitted with a dual prong plug, which matches the receptacle built into the denture. Simply insert the dual prong plug into the receptacle in the denture. When this circuit is completed, a green light on the right front of the charger will begin to glow. If this green light does not go on, try removing the dual prong plug and reversing it in the receptacle of the denture. The denture can remain on the charger as we proceed. The denture cannot be overcharged and there is no risk of damage from leaving the denture plugged in when not in use. The next component is the control unit. The control unit has an on-off transmitter switch on the bottom. There is a circular charging receptacle on the side. On the same side, just above the receptacle, is a reset switch. On the other side is a switch which adjusts the voice mode. On the top is the volume control. Next to it is the microphone socket. And finally, the hands-free switch socket. The control unit also contains a rechargeable battery pack as its power supply. The operating control uses the same charger as the denture. To recharge the control unit, place it upright in the rectangular slot in the upper portion of the charger facing forward. This will allow you to plug the gray charging cord into the circular receptacle built into the side of the operating control. When this circuit is completed, the left front indicator light will glow green. You should now have two green indicator lights glowing to show that the system is being charged. The left indicator light will begin to blink when the operating control is fully charged. Typically, this will take 3 hours for a full charge. On rare occasions, the green light starts blinking within a half hour. If this happens, unplug the unit until the green light turns off and then plug it in again. The charger for the RL unit has a different design because the RL unit batteries are so much smaller than the control unit batteries. The denture light on the right will not blink and will remain solidly lit whenever the denture is properly plugged in. The remaining component is the collar-mounted microphone, which requires no power to operate. It is intended to fit around the back of your neck and to plug into the top of the operating control, and to carry the voice through the microphone to be refined and amplified in the operating control. We have provided several socket seals, which are intended to seal off the charging receptacle in the denture when the denture is removed from the charger and placed in your mouth. They protect the receptacle from collecting food and beverages, which could interfere with inserting the dual-prong plug used for charging. A syringe has also been provided to be used to add air to the denture if it is necessary to do so. In all likelihood, your new RL unit will arrive with the correct amount of air in it. However, the amount of air required depends on the local atmospheric pressure, which may differ from that at the laboratory where your UltraVoice RL unit was fabricated. The membrane on the bottom of the RL unit should feel like a balloon without any air in it. It should be soft to the touch. If it is rounded outward and feels firm to the touch, there is too much air in it. If you can feel the hard plastic behind the membrane and it looks like it is pressed against the RL unit surface, there is not enough air in it. To remove air, just take a toothpick, the tip of the syringe, or some other pointed object, and briefly press on the valve, which is located on the top of the RL unit. The membrane should deflate. To add air, insert the syringe tip into the valve and press quickly to inject air. You should now be familiar with the basic parts and components of the UltraVoice Plus and ready to begin instruction on how these components work together to provide you with your new replacement voice. To start using your new UltraVoice Plus, we'll start by testing it for sound. Leave the denture and the operating control plugged into the charger and lift the operating control from its receptacle enough to reach the transmitter button on the bottom. Pressing this button should produce audible sound from the denture. Now unplug the denture and operating control from the charger and hold the denture directly above the operating control. Pressing the transmitter button will produce audible sound using the built-in rechargeable batteries. The range of transmission can be tested by gradually raising the denture above the operating control. The sound will stop when the denture is 24 to 36 inches away. This demonstrates the limited range of the transmitter. Putting the oral unit in your mouth. If we have used your existing denture to build the UltraVoice Plus, nothing has changed in the gum area or the roof of the mouth. The fit should be both familiar and comfortable for you. The new thickness of the denture will feel strange to you at first, but will become comfortable as you get used to it. A dental retainer will be more difficult because it is completely new and will feel strange and very large inside your mouth. Make sure that the retainer is in the proper position by having the dome upward to match the roof of your mouth and the curved portion forward, touching the upper gum ridge at the base of the teeth in front of your mouth. If you have a partial denture, the fit will be exactly the same, with the teeth matching the spaces of your upper teeth. A new dental prosthesis may cause excessive salivation or trigger your gag reflex. To solve these problems, we recommend breathing deeply and being patient while your body begins to accept this foreign object. You may have to use the technique of gradually increasing the amount of time you wear the dental prosthesis each day. If a sore spot develops, please call UltraVoice customer service for instructions. And please be patient while your mouth adapts to this prosthetic device. We promise that you will eventually get used to it. Now let's begin making easy sounds. Make vowel sounds by shaping your lips and pressing the transmitter button on the bottom of the operating control. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Try each sound separately by pressing the button, pronouncing the vowel sound, and releasing the button. Your tongue should be touching the gum ridge of your lower teeth or lower denture for each of these sounds. Now try to sustain sound by holding the button in the pressed position and changing the shape of your mouth for each vowel sound. You should be able to hear distinctive change for each letter sound during this process. Let's try counting to 10. Press the on button as you say each number and release it at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend each vowel sound and over-enunciate until you are comfortable with each number word. If you press the button too soon or too late, the denture will begin making sound prematurely, or extend the sound after you stop speaking. If you let go of the button too soon or too late, the word will sound clipped at the front or back end. Correct these exercises and repeat as required. Now let's try the days of the week. All of the days of the week are two-syllable words, except for Saturday, which is 3 syllables. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now try the months of the year. Practice the word segments: February, September. Listen for the completed word. January,
September, October, November, December.
Now you're ready to try simple phrases and nursery rhymes. Listen to the word sounds as you speak or tape record your practice. The purpose of this practice is to listen critically as you speak and to understand what other people will hear when you speak. Regular practice and professional coaching from a speech therapist is recommended. Using the microphone. Your speaking system will include either a collar-mounted or a headset microphone. Both of these have a flexible extension leading to the microphone head, which is covered with a spongy windscreen. The microphone head also is marked with a red dot, which must be facing your mouth. The microphone has an extremely short range and should be within 1 inch of your lips for the best quality vocal production. It can be anywhere along the lip line between your nose and your chin.
A, E, I, O, U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am talking into the microphone, but I have to make sure that the red dot is pointed towards my mouth.
Adjusting the loudness is handled by the volume control dial on top of the operating control box. Turning the dial toward the microphone plug increases the volume, and turning it away from the plug decreases the volume. We recommend not using the microphone during the first week. After you have become skilled, the microphone should be worn at all times, even if amplification is not used and the volume control dial is turned all the way down. Use of the microphone will ensure that the automatic voice enhancement is added in the operating control.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Timing your speech to get the best results with prosody, which means inflection, is accomplished by pressing and releasing the transmitter button with precision to create word segments which sound like actual words. This is done by releasing the button after consonant sounds and by pressing it again to resume the rest of the word. The operating control will automatically recognize certain word sounds and add the appropriate inflection to sound like human speaking. You should now be familiar with the basic operation of the UltraVoice Plus speaking device. This presentation is not intended as a complete manual for the UltraVoice Plus, but together with the owner's manual, will enable you to get started with your everyday use of the UltraVoice Plus. If you have any questions or problems, please call our service department at 800-985-3000.